Headaches are common with dementia residents and dementia units, but they're often not picked up. And the two main reasons for headaches is bearing down on a walker when one's walking long distances along the corridor, and the second reason is falling asleep in the chair and waking up with a cricked neck or a wry neck, and the upper fibres of trapezius getting tense in both cases. So you can actually assess the tension in the trigger points in trapezius to see what level of pain the dementia resident is likely to be experiencing. So if the tension is like a little stone in that trigger point at the centre of trapezius, that means that's likely to be a high pain headache. And if it's moderate tension, moderate headache, low tension like rubber, then it's a low headache. So in terms of the pain, the assessment, then you need to start actioning some prevention measures to be able to help the person. So say, for example, your mother is sitting, you arrive, or you've been coming for the last few weeks, and she's sitting like so with her hands on her head. And initially you thought it was because she was depressed, and maybe she is, but then you thought, well, maybe she's got a headache. So you said to her, "Mum, have you got a headache?" And she says, "Yes." And you go, "Oh, you missed that. I thought you were depressed. That's why you were sitting like that." "Where's the headache, Mum?" "Here." So that's the temporal referral pain from the trapezius trigger point. So knowing a little bit about this, you say, "Okay, look, Mum, I think the tension's coming from the muscle in your neck here, the trapezius muscle in your neck, and that's referring pain to the side of your head, the headache. So I'm just going to feel your neck and see how the tension is in your neck, okay?" Okay, so you palpate along the trapezius muscle here, then halfway between the top of the shoulder and the base of the vertebra of the neck is the trapezius, the central trapezius trigger point. Now, with your first finger or thumb, they're both sensitive. Palpate that muscle, just go back and forward, and then if your mother winces and goes, "Oh, that's sore," you say, "Okay, Mum, am I on the centre of the point?" "Yes, dear." Well, then you know you've got it. Okay, so you feel that tense point, and if it feels like a little stone, a pebble, it's only about 1 millimetre or 2 wide. If you can feel that, and it's really high tension, and your mother winces when you're on it, then you know that's high level tension, and that will be giving that high pain, referral pain to the temporal side of the head, typically with these headaches of trapezius pain, referred pain, because it's the trapezius muscle getting tight from bearing down on the walker or falling asleep with a crick neck. When that trapezius muscle gets tight, the trigger points activate and refer the pain to the temporal side of the head, causing headaches. So that's the story. You've discovered that dear old Mum's got a bad headache from bearing down on the walker and also falling asleep in the chair because she's been tired lately. So that's another subject. Why is she not sleeping at night? And we'll be going into another video on that next. So let's take the walker scenario to start with. Poor old Mum, she's got her room is 50 metres away from the nurse's station. It's one of the furthest rooms at the end of the corridor. So she's got to walk 50 metres there to go to the bathroom and 50 metres back. It's a long way, especially when you've got a sore neck and you're bearing down on the walker trying to find your way, or working hard to get there. And of course, with her sore knees and her sore hips, that's not helping as well. Anyway, to try and help all this, look, Mum, you've got a sore neck. Oh, you know that. Well, actually, you probably don't experience the sore neck, but you're experiencing headaches. But you've got headaches because of the tension in your neck, which is caused by bearing down on the walker when you're walking the long distance to and from your room. So we're going to try and work out ways to minimize this so you don't have as much problem with your neck. I think what we'll do is, I know you like walking, but when I'm here, we'll just walk arm in arm around the corridor. Then that will take the tension off your neck. And the other thing we'll do is, I think it's good for your walking practice that you like to do in the morning up and down the corridor. Rather than going on your walker, you can just hold on to the railing of the side of the corridor. It's a lovely railing, very solid, stable, good grip. You can just walk up and down that railing. We'll do a practice today, and then rather than having to use your walker, you can just use the railing and get your walking practice in. What do you think of that? Oh, that would be good, dear. So, okay, so you try that. You walk up and down the corridor with the arm in arm grip. So you've got your arm close to your side, proximally positioned, and then your mother just puts her hand through your upper arm, which is stable because you've got it close to your side. Walk for a long time doing that. So mum's happy. Oh, it's so much better, dear, not having that tension on my neck, and my headache feels a bit better now. Of course, psychologically she'll feel better because you're supporting her and taking an interest and trying hard to make things right. So that always helps. So you do the walking up and down, arm in arm walking, and mum's happy, and the neck's not being, no tensions going through the trapezius muscle of the neck. The walker's safely in the room and she's happy walking along with you. 1. Number 2, you go along the corridor. Okay, mum, for your walking practice in the morning, what we're going to do is you're going to hold on to the side rail of the corridor, and you just walk up and down. I'll be by your side, but I just want you to walk up and down, up one side holding on with your right hand, then turn around across the left hand side going back. You'll have to walk across the corridor just without the walker, but that's only a few steps. You'll be fine with that because in your room you walk without the walker anyway and you're fine. So you'll be able to do that distance across the corridor. So your mother holds onto the banister, right hand side, walks along. Oh, this is good, dear. Taking much better. So yeah, it is good, mum, isn't it? Much better, dear. So you do one side, 50 meters. Feeling all right, mum? Very good. So she goes along, crosses the corridor, 50 meters the other side. No tension on the neck. Feels a lot better. How are you feeling, mum? Oh, I think I'm feeling better, dear, especially with you helping me. Well, we're going to practice this. We're going to keep this up, mum, and I'm going to bring in some massage cream to be able to massage your neck. Oh, that'd be good. And also hot pack. I can heat it up in the microwave in the kitchen here, and then I can put the hot pack on you for 5-10 minutes. That will help. And also, I'll say to the carer for you to have a nice hot shower in the morning and let that jet of the hot water of the hose of the shower go onto your neck where that trapezius trigger point muscle is. That'll be lovely. A lovely hot jet of water in the morning, each morning when you have a shower. What do you think of that? Oh, lovely, dear. Gosh, so there's lots of things. Okay, so now we've deduced it all. In conclusion, arm in arm walking when I'm here walking with you up and down the corridor, when you're on your own doing your walking practice along the corridor, holding onto the railing of the corridor, back and forward. I'll bring in some massage cream to massage your neck, and I'll get the hot pack sorted so we can put that on. Maybe the carer, if we're lucky, might do that in the morning for you. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And also the shower. So you'll be right, mum. We'll sort it out. So these are the 2 books, The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise, both from a dementia unit, which I've written, and all the techniques are in there. They're on Amazon, these books, and on my website, pietavalentine.com. Hard copy, soft copy, and ebook is popular. So thank you for all your subscriptions and likes, and please pass on these links to people caring for others with dementia. Thank you for your support.